Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. This is X, and I'm going to give you my 2024 NFL playoff predictions. Right here we have the AFC Wildcard, Justin Herbert and the Los Angeles Chargers going to Houston to take on CJ Stroud and the Texans. As much as the Texans are kind of diminished right now, all the injuries, I still feel like they will be the ones moving on. As you can tell, Stroud and the Texans moving on to the divisional round. Up next, we have, also in the AFC wildcard, George Pickens and the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. And even though I'm really not a fan of Pittsburgh, that's not the only reason I think they're going to lose. I think the Ravens are just a better team, MVP caliber Lamar Jackson. There's really no way for Pittsburgh to stop the Ravens. So therefore, the Ravens move on to the divisional round. More AFC wildcard action as Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos travel to Buffalo to take on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. I am a Bo-liever. I do think that Bo Nix is going to be an amazing quarterback in the coming years. I am also not a big fan of Josh Allen. However, I just don't think Bo Nix is there yet. And unfortunately, Josh Allen is having an MVP type season. Although we all know Joe Burrow should be the MVP. He's just on a crappy team. And moving on to the NFC, we have the number 7 seed, Green Bay Packers, with Jordan Love right there, taking on Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles. I just think the Eagles are too good of a team, too much of an all-around team. Jordan Love has stepped up, though, while Aaron Rodgers has taken his supposed talents to New York. So, therefore, Devontae Smith will now be referenced as the person for the Eagles. Sorry, I only have one Jalen Hurts card. However, Eagles definitely moving on. Up next, Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders travel to Tampa, Florida, to take on, of course, Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers. I personally just think Jaden Daniels is just too good. In my opinion, Offensive Rookie of the Year, especially for the NFC. Obviously, Bo Nix for the AFC. But yeah, in my opinion, this is just Baker and the Bucs are not quite good enough. So there we go. Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders, in my opinion, move on to the divisional round. And then we got probably the best matchup in the NFC for the wild card, as Justin Jefferson and the Minnesota Vikings travel all the way to Los Angeles to take on the Rams with Matthew Stafford. Who's going to go on to the divisional round? Jay Jettis, of course. Jay Jettis and the Vikings. I just think they're more of an all-around team. Better coached team is more like it. I think they have one of the best coaches. I don't even know who it is. But he's done wonders with Sam Darnold. So the AFC divisional round next week, how I see it, is CJ Stroud and the Texans going to Kansas City to take on Mahomes and the number 1 seed Kansas City Chiefs. We got Lamar Jackson is in the zone with the Ravens, traveling to Buffalo to go up against Josh Allen, who's also in the zone in for the Buffalo Bills. Obviously, 2 MVP candidates right there. And then in the NFC, Jaden Daniels taking the Commanders to Detroit for the number 1 seed Detroit Lions with Jared Goff and Jay Jettis, and the Vikings going down to Philadelphia to take on Devontae Smith and the Eagles. And my predictions will be up next week for these games. And we'll see how well I actually did on my first week predictions.